Good morning, everyone. Welcome to East Lake and our new Georgian venue here at East Lake for the Tour Championship. I'm Laura Neal with the PGA Tour Communications team. Pleased to have you join us for our annual end-of-the-year press conference with our commissioner. Just a few comments before we get going. I wanted to take a moment to talk about the impact that the playoffs has both inside and outside the rope. So obviously we've seen incredible competition the last 2 weeks. Hideki Matsuyama, Keegan Bradley, both shining when the lights were the brightest at the BMW Championship and the FedEx St. Jude Championship. And the 70-50-30 system has provided compelling drama. We've seen where one shot makes all the difference between advancing and going home the next week. But beyond that, you guys know it as well as I do that the impact of these tournaments really speaks to what the PGA Tour has and will always stand for. We have the FedEx St. Jude Championship, which has eclipsed $60 million to St. Jude's in its time frame. We have the BMW Championship, which just this year alone will reach $6 million for the Evans Scholars through the Western Golf Association. And then we're all super familiar here and have been a part of witnessing the transformation that this tournament has participated in the East Lake community. I don't want to miss a name because it's 5 super important charities. First Tee of Metro Atlanta, obviously the East Lake Foundation itself, Focus Community Strategies, Grove Park Foundation, and Purpose Built Schools Atlanta. More than $7 million is expected to go to those 5 incredible charities from this tournament alone. On a related note, our Community Impact Report, the PGA Tour's Community Impact Report, is out this week, so I would love to get it into every one of your hands to take a deeper look at the impact our tournaments continue to make in every community in which we play. At this time, I'd like to introduce our participants. Obviously, Commissioner Jay Monahan joining us, but as well, Tyler Dennis, Chief Competitions Officer, will be able to take some questions. Just a bit of housekeeping when we open the floor for questions. Please use the mic with the air conditioners behind us. We want to make sure both Tyler and Jay can hear your questions. All right, without further ado, I'll turn it over to Jay for some opening remarks.
Thank you, Laura. It's great to be here with you and with Tyler. As Laura said, we're thrilled to be back in Atlanta to crown our FedEx Cup champion at East Lake Golf Club, a historic and treasured venue. I want to say a special thanks to our hosts, Tom and Ann Cousins, for their vision for the East Lake miracle. Thanks to our proud partners, Coca-Cola, Southern Company, and Accenture, and the work of our Tour Championship Executive Director, Alex Urban, and his great team. I am excited for the world to see this course restoration this week. Before I begin, I want to pause to remember Grayson Murray. The hearts of the PGA Tour family remain heavy, and we all continue to honor Grayson and the courage that he displayed. We're following through on his family's wish that we be kind to one another. Grayson's family remains an important, permanent part of the PGA Tour family, and we are working together to continue to honor him by supporting his foundation, and especially as we get to Hawaii and the site of his triumph at the Sony Open. This morning, you'll hear 3 common themes in everything I share with you: engagement, momentum, and innovation. First, we're engaging all of our stakeholders in new and meaningful ways. These expanded, deeper points of engagement are helping create a better, more relevant PGA Tour for all who love this sport. Second, the PGA Tour has significant momentum. Thanks to the work that we've done over the last year, we now have the structure and the resources we need to define the future of professional golf on our terms, and the significant support of a world-class group of investors. Finally, we're actively driving innovation on behalf of both fans and players. We are investing in delivering better fan, player, and partner experiences today. And we're laying the groundwork for an even more compelling PGA Tour for the long term. These are meaningful, impactful changes and just the beginning of what's to come. It's important to start out with how we're engaging with fans. Fans are at the center of everything that we do, and their voice propels us. Recently, we launched a new initiative called Fan Forward, specifically as a way to engage directly with our core stakeholders, identify opportunities for innovation, and accelerate the PGA Tour into the future. The first step in this work is a comprehensive research effort, which is well underway. We've already received over 30,000 responses to our initial survey. As you can see from this list, we're looking at what we offer to fans from all angles, and everything is on the table. We're going into this without assumptions. We will listen, we will learn, we will act, and we won't stop. This process is modeled off of what MLB and the NFL did to drive innovation within their own products. And we're drawing on the expertise of our investors at Strategic Sports Group to help get this right. From restructuring our schedule to end our FedEx Cup playoffs before Labor Day, to introducing new elements such as player walk and talk interviews within our broadcasts, to offering more behind-the-scenes looks at the PGA Tour via Full Swing, Fan Forward builds on a years-long effort to give our fans more of what they crave from the PGA Tour. We'll be reviewing the findings in the fall, and I truly look forward to sharing next steps on this important work in the coming months. In the meantime, I'm excited we're moving forward on several initiatives. First, we're working closely with our network partners, our great network partners, to modernize the broadcast. Yes, other platforms are growing in reach and importance, but TV remains the primary way fans consume the PGA Tour. It's an area where we know our core fans are hungry for innovation, and we're responding to that appetite. During the FedEx Cup fall, we'll be piloting a new broadcast approach with the Golf Channel at several events. On Thursday, we'll show fans a traditional broadcast. Then on Friday, the presentation will adopt new features based on fan feedback. We'll then survey fans to test their preferences, and that intel will help us further innovate the broadcasts with our fans more squarely in the driver's seat. Second, we're elevating the experience for fans around the world. Excuse me. Elevating our global stars and engaging international fans is one of our top priorities. And our new PGA Tour Studios will give us that capability like never before. In the past, and for example, if a fan in Tokyo wanted to watch Hideki Matsuyama's win at the FedEx St. Jude Championship, they watched basically the same broadcast as a fan here in Atlanta. Going forward, with dedicated resources made possible by PGA Tour Studios, we're launching our new world feed. In fact, we did that yesterday, which will allow us to customize the presentation of PGA Tour golf for markets worldwide. That means the same Japanese fan will watch a broadcast that's more customized to him or her, with focused coverage of Japanese players and with Japanese commentators and graphics. More than ever, the PGA Tour will feel like a truly international product no matter where you are in the world. The World Feed will debut at the Players' Championship and be live at every single subsequent event in the 2025 season. I'm excited to share more innovations made possible by PGA Tour Studios as the building comes online in January. And a third area involves engaging fans by embracing golf's new voices, storytellers, and platforms. Golf is booming. You all know that. Just last year, more than 3 million golfers stepped foot on a golf course for the very first time. 3 million. Think about that. It would be like the entire population of either Iowa or Nevada taking up golf in the same year. Those golfers are younger and more diverse, and golf's popularity is growing in key markets around the globe as well. This is not a U.S.-only phenomenon. In many cases, those younger fans' relationship with golf is being shaped by innovative technology and new personalities, and influencers who present fresh, original content on YouTube and other digital platforms. We want to deepen our relationship with these new platforms and influencers so they can more directly connect their fans with our world-class athletes. You've seen evidence of this throughout the FedEx Cup playoffs. My favorite example is the event we're hosting this afternoon at East Lake. It's the inaugural Creator Classic. The tournament will feature 16 popular content creators with a combined 142 million followers around the world. The Creator Classic will be streamed live on PGA Tour YouTube channel, Peacock, and ESPN+, and the response from fans and from the content creators themselves has been overwhelming. In sharing their excitement about the event, the content creators have already generated over 1 million video views and over 70,000 engagements across their social channels. All of these initiatives, by the way, sit alongside with our continued investment in ShotLink technology, which is foundational to everything we do as an organization. Over the last 30 months, we've completely rebuilt our ShotLink capabilities to add valuable new elements for our players and for our fans. This technology presents itself in visible new ways, such as the live overhead drone footage that tracks balls in flight and countless unseen ways to make our product more compelling and engaging. With that said, it's equally important that we continue to align with players on the path forward. One of the most important accomplishments of 2024 has been the alignment we've created across the organization. In my time, we've never had a more engaged set of player directors or members of the Player Advisory Council, not to mention the partnership with our tournaments through an all-in Tournament Advisory Council. At all levels, the shared commitment to driving engagement and innovation has been inspiring. And as our industry-leading player equity program has come online, we've seen the owner mindset taking shape with our players. More than ever, we really are co-creating the PGA Tour of the future. One example is the way players have embraced our new schedule. Our player directors and Player Advisory Council have had a strong guiding hand as we build our new schedule and competitive framework. And we're seeing the results. This season has offered elements of everything there is to love about the PGA Tour. Last night, we honored Brandt Snedeker with our Payne Stewart Award. Preparing to honor Brandt allowed me to reflect on many of the qualities that make the PGA Tour such a special organization. The competitiveness, the camaraderie, the sportsmanship, the charitable spirit. Look at this past season, and towards our future, I see those qualities alive and thriving. For example, we've invested in building and strengthening the pathways to the PGA Tour, and new stars have emerged because of those efforts. Robert McIntyre, unforgettably, won his national championship, the Genesis Scottish Open, in an event that was a powerful reminder of the value of our relationship with the DP World Tour. Nick Dunlap captured golf fans' hearts by winning the American Express as an amateur, then winning again at the Barracuda Championship as a PGA Tour member a few months later. And one of our Korn Ferry Tour graduates, Max Grieserman, he demonstrated incredible resilience, bouncing back from heartbreak at the Wyndham Championship and firing a Sunday 63 in Memphis to secure his place in next year's signature events. Our full field events have not only had stronger fields, but they have also delivered memorable results and moments. There were few more compelling moments this season than watching Peter Malnati grab another trophy at the Valspar Championship as a 37-year-old veteran. And our FedEx Cup Fall events offer more consequence and compelling storylines than ever. We saw last year, and we will no doubt see in a few weeks, how those events have helped launch players into stardom. This is where Ludwig Oberg became the first PGA Tour University graduate to win at the RSM Classic. And he recently talked about how much that event propelled him into the season he's having now, making it all the way to Eastlake and sitting at number 5 in the FedEx Cup standings. Our signature events have amassed our strongest fields and delivered elite winners. Scottie Scheffler has delivered a historic season, including 6 wins and an Olympic gold medal. But even with that dominance, we're still witnessing an incredible level of competitive friction and accomplishment across the season. Amazingly, Scottie isn't the only story. Xander Schauffele has made a leap in his career, winning his first 2 major championships. Rory McIlroy won another 2 events, as did Hideki Matsuyama. Winning on the PGA Tour remains incredibly difficult and is the ultimate achievement in golf. And fans are responding. Attendance at our tournaments continues to trend upwards, and we continue to see terrific growth and great engagement on our PGA Tour social and digital platforms. To me, what all of this says is regardless of the noise outside the ropes, the entertainment value of the PGA Tour has never been stronger. So I talked about our fans, I've talked about our players, and equally important are our partners, who continue to lock arms with us in building a new path forward. As you saw with our schedule announcement 2 weeks ago, the PGA Tour is once again fully sponsored for 2025. In many cases, we furthered relationships that stretch back years and even decades. Thank you to our committed partners and amazing team. In an era in which professional golf is changing, corporate partners continue to see the PGA Tour's unique value and contributed to it in demonstrable ways. Just look at our recently announced partnership with Truist. This new relationship is the result of a competitive bidding process with multiple blue-chip partners seeking a signature event title sponsorship opportunity. It's all thanks to the unique platform we offer brands to tell their stories in innovative ways and support their local communities and charities. We're proud of our continued ability to deliver the best in professional golf, and our partners' support makes this tour possible. And finally, I want to underscore the impact our investors are having on the PGA Tour. Bringing Strategic Sports Group on board was a truly pivotal moment in launching the PGA Tour into the future. SSG brings not just capital, but a mindset and expertise that support all of our growth ambitions. Together, you've heard me say this before, they have more than 200 years of ownership experience across global sport. This includes driving significant innovation at major sports leagues around the world. We could have simply chosen investors. In SSG, we've got true partners and true advisors. And with the launch of PGA Tour Enterprises, many of our players are now equity holders, and they have a strong voice in our future. Our player equity program brings us closer together with our players with stronger shared interests. When we are all focused on delivering a compelling experience for our fans, simply put, everybody wins. And finally, together, we're at the table and actively engaged with the Public Investment Fund, and we remain hopeful about that outcome. But at the same time, we're moving forward at speed and focused on what we can control, because that's what we owe to our fans. In closing, I am grateful, and we are grateful, for the feedback from our fans, the engagement of our players, the partnership of our sponsors, and the opportunities created by our investors. We have come together to embrace change and drive our sport forward, and that has translated into remarkable momentum in the last year. We created PGA Tour Enterprises, which gave us a vehicle to grow and innovate in a way our previous structure could never support. We brought on a world-class investor group in SSG and secured significant capital in order to build a better experience for fans. We launched the Player Equity Program, making PGA Tour golfers the first athletes in professional sports to truly have an ownership stake in their sport's collective success. We're launching PGA Tour Studios, which will usher in a new era of golf media. We've reimagined our competitive schedule, which has delivered tremendous results. And we've already begun to reach our fans in new and innovative ways, online, in broadcast, and at tournaments around the world. Change creates opportunity, and we are surging ahead. I'm excited to crown a new FedEx Cup champion on Sunday, and even more excited about this next chapter for the PGA Tour. Thank you.